It's time, you guys. Got it. Perfect. Thank you. Boink. I think my mate saw the intermodal stuff. Yes, he did. Hey guys, this is Josh and welcome to another train show documentary. In today's documentary, I'll be covering the largest train show in all of Kern County, the GEHAMS Annual Model Train Show. This is the 31st annual model train show that we've had at the GEHAMS here at the fairgrounds, and there will be a lot of stuff to cover, so stay tuned until the end to see some awesome train action. About 1/3 of the layout this year was N-scale, so I figured I would start off with the big N-scale turnout, starting with Antelope Valley and their awesome modular layout.
Those are up here, you have to purchase them, but we're going to raffle off the train layout and a gift card.
If you want to run it on a bigger layout, join the club. Kato 40 on the front, I assume?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I thought. Based off of what I've been seeing, this was one of the two largest layouts there, with the other one being, of course, High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. While maneuvering myself around the layouts and vendors, I found myself bumping into Green Steam. This is one of the big vendors that always shows up at all of our shows. I never really paid attention to this until now, but they actually offered a bunch of decoders and other DCC necessary things alongside their famous signal system.
White light photocells from the track, each one that corresponds to one of the lights on the panel. So it's not a test track for engines, it's a demo for electronics. My name is
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this little guy was there.
I'm doing a layout in the garden per se, so like.
Going off of what I said earlier, I finally arrived at High Desert Modular Model Railroad Club. This is one of my favorite layouts to watch. I've seen it in multiple shows in the past, including Tehachapi, and these modules I've always admired, particularly the ones with the gates where there's just these units and freight cars just glued or screwed into place. I'm not sure which. I was really hoping to run on this layout today, but it got way too busy. So I just decided to back off.
Red ticket 1093.
The train that you see going by here is actually a spindle-top railroad train, a fictional little short line, which is actually on Facebook. I got a little lore from the person who operates it when I was at the Tehachapi show, and I really heavily suggest that you guys follow this awesome railroad. I really admire the work done on it.
I hope everyone's having fun, and I hope you're having fun.
This is the main attraction of the High Desert Modular Club right here. this massive Navy shipyard. The ships are absolutely enormous in size. I really, really love the work done here, and I even got to meet the guy who designed them. A little something to note about the operations today is that trains were running back to back, something you'd never get away with at the GEHAMS.
Mark is into the building.
This is where things get fun for the young ones. The next thing I visited was my buddy Zombrex54. You can check his channel out on YouTube and any other social medias he may have here. This is the good stuff for anyone who's just getting started in the industry or wants to learn about Thomas & Friends. This is a Gauge 1 layout that he designed, including the props that were made here. This was when I started to check out most of the vendors that we had here at the show, including Model Train Solutions, which I have described as a giant big rolling store on wheels in the past. I've bought from these guys before, but they are hella expensive. The quality? Yeah, definitely worth it. Now we're moving on to Visalia Electric, which is a small little layout operated by one of our fellow club members.
Not yours? I was there that day.
Building, you drop something and
I can't tell you how many times I've seen this at one of our shows. A nice little O-gauge Thomas the Tank Engine layout. I started moving on to my old buddies in the back at Packrat. The people that I grew up with here at this show, always in the same spot in the back of the building. This little G-scale Freemo module belongs to a fellow club member, Kevin Burbeck, the organizer for the entire show in the first place.
Sold our house, so I sold everything and kept that stuff, and I used that to do.
This was the most impressive thing I've seen in a long time. A large G-scale layout in a trailer. As you can see, this layout belongs to the Wandering Railroad. I don't actually know very much information about these guys because I've never seen them before. But they have a pretty good thing going here, I think. They have that awesome articulated engine with no trailer, and they had a White Pass style locomotive as well that wasn't running this show. Finally, the last layout that I looked at was the famous SoCal Z-Scale Monorailroading Club. This is a very neat layout because it has so much little detail packed into such a small layout. There's even a magnificent steelworks on the layout, and it was in full bloom this season. There were all sorts of lights from the harbor and everywhere else. There were too many modules too. I couldn't even count how many of there were about deserts and cities and all sorts of wonderful stuff on this one. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but one of the N-scale layouts we had was N-Track Express. It was quite similar to the other one that I mentioned earlier, but it still had a few good trains going today. It had this little Northern Pacific duo today. I say that because there were two NP trains, both led by F units, ironically. I think the two most impressive modules of this one were this large bridge over a gorge as well as the Lego one. I didn't do this on day one of the show, but I gave Sky High Trains a visit on day two, just a few hours ago as of the time of this recording. I've seen these guys around somewhere before, and you probably have too if you've noticed that signature Union Pacific NCAB switcher on the circular layout up above. They still had all their signature G-scale stuff for sale, including that weird SP Black Widow set. Hey, thank you.
These smokers. Have it. Yeah.
Okay guys, it's after the show now. I'm recording the last bit of this video. I don't think I'll be doing very many unboxing videos, more or less display videos of train show stuff. I will still be doing unboxings, just not really of train show stuff. I'm going to only cover my most notable acquisitions here in order to keep the unboxing section a little short. I have a Project BNSF 40 here, 6915. It's probably going to become BNSF 1857 at some point. Notice the brass horn on the top of this thing. For some strange reason, there was a brass horn from Overland Models involved in the kit, and I just threw it on there. There's also this little UPSD 40 here. I traded the first one I purchased to Trackmaster Tashby a while back, and I kind of gave it a replacement right now. Another thing to note is this nice little track cleaning car right here. I've been needing to get one of these for quite some time, and I need at least two more of them, so that's what I'm going to do. There's this three-piece well car right here from Walters. It is three-piece, trust me, it is a three-piece. I've been checking that kind of car out for a while. It's a lot of just regular old 48s drawbarred together. Instead, they're actually couplers, so that's quite interesting. What's also interesting is I just saw one of these on a BNSF stack train the other day with only the front end visible, so I might honestly try to replicate that. I don't know, we'll see what happens with this thing. There's also this little 40-foot BN box that you saw in the beginning of the video. I'm gonna use that for a project car, and then there's also this little SP tank car right here, and I got that simply because it's at the Mojave yard. In real life, there is an SP tank car there. There's also this little Union Pacific Spotlight car, which actually does work. I just need to get it working properly. Then there's this tri-level TTX rack here. I really wanted to get my first ETTX auto rack. I don't have like a tri-level rack, so this was a nice find. There's also a couple of relics right here. We have this old wooden gondola right here. I don't know who the heck made that. And then we have this old Athearn kit. I don't know if the light will allow me to get that, but that's an old Seaboard Airline car, I think. And I'm going to be preserving both of these in the museum diorama. And I think that's going to be pretty much it for the display section. I'm just going to cut to the outro right now. Alright guys, it's about 6:15 after the show, and hope you enjoy watching this little documentary video, and hopefully I'll be back with another one soon. See you guys later.